This topic is called Using Distribution and Combining Like Terms to Simplify Univariate. Now, univariate just means there's one variable that we're going to be dealing with. So distribution is just where we take what is outside a set of parentheses and we multiply it by each of the terms inside parentheses. So in this case, we're going to take this 2, we're going to multiply it by u to get 2u, keep our plus sign, and we're going to do 2 times 6, which is 12. And then we have that minus 4u at the end. In order to combine like terms, we need to actually know what the terms are. So I'm going to separate them by a line, which comes right before a plus or minus sign. The reason we do that is because we want to know that 2u is positive, that 12 is positive, and the 4u is negative. So when we combine like terms, we like to write the variables in descending order of their exponents. The positive 12 actually has a u to the 0 power, which is just equal to 1. So there is no u in that term. The 2u and the negative 4u are like terms. They both have the exact same variable with the same exponent, which is 1. So we have a negative 4 and a positive 2. Because they're opposite signs, we're going to subtract 4 minus 2, which is 2. Since the 4 is negative, and that's the one that is farther away from 0 on the number line, our answer, when we add those together, needs to be negative. And we need to include the u. So what this is saying is that we have 2 of those u's, and we're going to take away 4 of them. So we're left with a negative 2u. So we're not changing the u, we're only just looking at how many of those we have left. And then we add our plus 12 on the end. That doesn't need to be combined with anything, but it still needs to be part of our answer. So we're going to put negative 2u plus 12. And we'll do another one just for a little bit more. Oh, P.S. Please subscribe to my channel and like any videos. You're welcome to make comments about how they were helpful to you. Okay, so here's another one where we're going to be distributing. So we take that 3 outside the parentheses, we multiply it by both terms inside the parentheses. So 3 times y is 3y, and 3 times negative 2, or you could put a minus 6, and then we have that negative 7y. So our terms are 3y, a negative 6, and a negative 7y. So we need to combine the two terms that have a y. So negative 7y and 3y are opposite signs, so we subtract. 7 minus 3 is 4. Because negative 7 is farther away from 0, or the absolute value is greater than 3, then our answer needs to keep that negative sign, and we also need to keep the y. That's supposed to be a y. Let's see. And then we have minus 6. So our answer is negative 4y minus 6. And we'll do one more just so that it becomes a little more solidified. So in this problem, there is a lot of room for error here, and that's because the numbers outside of the parentheses are negative. Both of them are. So if I draw a little line right here, oops, right before the negative sign. There we go. So we have a negative 4 that we're timesing by each of these. So negative 4 times x is negative 4x. And negative 4 times 6 is a negative 24. Now this 6 inside the parentheses is considered positive because of that plus sign in front of it. Then we're going to be doing the negative 3 times both of those. We have negative 3x, and then this will be a negative 6. That's because negative 3 times a positive 2 is a negative 6. So now we're going to just separate our terms so we can figure out what are like terms and what are not like terms. Negative 4x and negative 3x, they both have an x, so these two are alike. And then the constants, negative 24 and negative 6, are both like terms. So we'll combine those two. Negative 4x and negative 3x, because they're both the same sign, we add 4 and 3 to get 7, and the sign stays the same. So negative 7, and we still have the x. And then negative 24 minus 6. Again, we're going to add 24 and 6, keep the sign. So it will be a negative 30. So our answer is negative 7x minus 30. I'm glad we had that one so we could go over how to do those ones. And that's the end of the lesson.